Milwaukee Bucks are going to face off against the Atlanta Hawks, and right now, I guess the obvious pick is the Milwaukee Bucks, but maybe that the obvious pick should be why you pick against them, because whenever we pick the Bucks in the past to win something, they've always shown themselves the propensity to disappoint, and disappoint highly, not like a little bit, like highly, like they just lose. Like when they lost to Miami, that was bad. A couple years, it was a couple years ago. That was bad. That was bad. Like it was like last year in the bubble. How do you lose to Miami? And you're like the number one? I don't even want to talk about that. But all right, now the Atlanta Hawks and the Bucks, they have a great situation where it's basically Trae Young emerging in stardom. This reminds me of the 2015 Warriors. How Steph Curry basically, put the team on his back, and even though he would have a couple of bad games here and there, he always was able to help close those series, and then they won the title eventually. The Hawks have the same opportunity, and we're looking at guys like Nate McMillan, Ty Lue, Monty Williams. These three coaches, African American nonetheless, they're willing to make adjustments, and that's one of the key things. In-game adjustments is what wins you games. The greatest coaches always were able to make in-game adjustments, series adjustments. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, that's where they lack at. Mike Budenholzer does not make great adjustments. He just consistently plays the game. This is our game. This is who we are. That's how we're gonna play. And that's possibly could cause them the series. If they're doing some things that don't work, like for example, when the Hawks start to pack the paint and Giannis starts going 1 for 10 from three, that's what can cause them the series. When Chris Middleton is not getting off, or defensively they're letting a guy go in and they're not doubling consistently, that's what can cause them the series. And as opposed to the Atlanta Hawks and Nate McMillan, he's willing to make any adjustments that are needed early and often. So the Bucks but here's the thing overall, the Bucks have the better team. The Bucks have the better team. They have the better star. When I mean the better star, not in terms of shooting. I mean that he could get you 30 a night against Clint Capella and all this other guys. Like you saw Joel Embiid when he was doing the Clint Capella. So they want Clint Capella to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo, which is faster and not heavier but stronger in a sense, swifter. That's not happening. Clint Capella's gonna be in foul trouble. He's gonna be in foul trouble. And if they back off Clint Capella, if Clint Capella backs off Giannis, all they have to do is back screen Clint Capella, and then Giannis will get a run ahead start, and then it's a wrap for whoever's behind him, because it's gonna be a little dude. So the Hawks, the only way they could hope to win is essentially shooting a ton of threes. Shooting a ton of threes and just getting hot and melting them. But that's the Bucks strategy too, run and gun. So who could do it better? Hawks running and gunning, or Bucks running and gunning? And the Bucks have shown that running and gunning is their primary source of playing basketball. So you don't want to go play the team in the style that they love to play. That's like the 2000 Sacramento Kings. When the Lakers were like beating them and stuff like that, it's because the Lakers slowed it down while the Kings always wanted to run. They didn't want to play a lot of half-court sets. They wanted to run and shoot threes and ball movement. Just keep running, keep movement. What do the Lakers do? Slow it down. Get it to Shaq. Let Kobe go one-on-one. So the Hawks are going to have to play a different style of basketball that they're not used to playing. Really value the possessions and don't run. And that's the crazy thing. They're younger. You would think that it's cool to run, but the Bucks have a lot of size. All those threes that you're getting, they're going to be contested. You only take a bunch of bad threes, which ignites the Bucks fast break. And this is the thing here. This is why you got to go with the Bucks, because Giannis just overcame the hurdle of Miami Heat. Last year, that was a bad taste in their mouth. Kevin Durant and being in the East. There's no LeBron James this year, so there's nobody. Giannis is head and shoulders, I would say, besides Devin Booker. Devin Booker can do a lot more than Giannis, but pure talent, Giannis is the most talented player left in the playoffs. Just what he could do, scoring, rebounding, defense, command a double team. Giannis is that guy. So for Giannis, this is the year where he has to emerge and win a title. If he loses to the Hawks, that's it. That's it for Giannis. Who's Junction? Who's me? Super? Like, comment, subscribe.